ਅਲਬਰਟਾ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਅਤੇ ਅਲਬਰਟਾ ਮੈਡੀਕਲ ਐਸੋਸੀਏਸ਼ਨ ਵਿਚਕਾਰ ਇੱਕ ਸਮਝੌਤਾ ਹੋਇਆ ਹੈ। ਸਿਹਤ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਜੇਸਨ ਕੋਪਿੰਗ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਇਹ ਐਲਾਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ, ਜਿਸ ਦੇ ਮਹੱਤਵਪੂਰਨ ਨਿਵੇਸ਼ਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਇਹ ਸਮਝੌਤਾ ਸਿਹਤ ਪ੍ਰਣਾਲੀ ਨੂੰ ਮੌਜੂਦਾ ਸਮੇਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਦਰਪੇਸ਼ ਚੁਣੌਤੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਹੱਲ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਇੱਕ ਮਾਰਗਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਪ੍ਰਦਾਨ ਕਰੇਗਾ। ਇਹ ਸਮਝੌਤਾ ਸਿਹਤ ਪ੍ਰਣਾਲੀ ਨੂੰ ਸਥਿਰ ਕਰੇਗਾ, ਚਿੰਤਾ ਦੇ ਖੇਤਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਨਿਸ਼ਾਨਾ ਬਣਾਏਗਾ ਤੇ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਮਹੱਤਵਪੂਰਨ ਤੌਰ ਤੇ ਅਲਬਰਟਾ ਦੀਆਂ ਸਿਹਤ ਸੰਭਾਲ ਲੋੜਾਂ ਦਾ ਸਮਰਥਨ ਕਰੇਗਾ।
Yeah, so there are plans in place at the first step really, and we've already rolled out the new bivalent vaccine. So urging all Albertans who if they haven't got their booster in the last 5 weeks last 5 months to actually go out and get that for what you're eligible for. In addition, go get your flu shot. So we're actually going to be a campaign we'll be starting in the next couple of weeks to do that, because it is actually going to be a bad flu season. So that's the first line of defense. AHS is putting in together plans to actually increase capacity, particularly in areas where there's stress already. Fortunately, we saw some of the pressure come off the system from last spring in hospitals generally around the province, but not necessarily in Calgary and Edmonton, where there's increased strain on the hospital. So AHS is working through their plan to add further capacity into the hospitals, and this is part of our overall approach as a government. We're spending $22 billion on the expense side this year, the highest ever in the province. That was a $600 million lift this year, a $600 million lift next year, a $600 million the year after that. So we are investing to build capacity in the system, be able to respond to the demands. But then there's no quick fixes, there's no easy fixes, and that's why this agreement is so important, because it actually provides the base for an ongoing partnership with doctors, so we can work together to solve these challenges. Well, thanks for the question. So this is, we heard loud and clear from the AMA in working through these issues that we needed actually targeted money, and we actually see that in the agreement where additional funds. It's not a straight one number across all of the sections, but we're actually targeting more money for family practices and that are in need. And the other key point I like to make is not only are we targeting money in this in rural areas, but quite frankly, this is the first step. It's in the conversations that we're having about the announcement we made last week on primary rural and Indigenous care, and the task force is looking at, okay, what else do we need to do? Part of this is also looking at different approaches. So it's not only about the amount of money, but how are we spending that money? Are there different models that doctors, family practices can use, which actually would ensure not only viability, but result in better care? So for example, a blended capitation model, what I know that some doctors are looking at. But we need to do this in concert with the AMA and with doctors, be able to roll that out, explain that there are other options to support family practices, and then how do we accelerate that? So this agreement provides a basis for those conversations. The primary care initiative, which the AMA is also involved on the steering committee, will provide more opportunities for other ways that we can do things, because we know